Hello, everybody.
This is Enlightened Living with the Scorpio and the Aquarius.
Oh,
With
yes.
another astrology related video. So, this video we're going to talk about the three things that we like about the other's sign. So, I'll say three things I like about Scorpio, you as a Scorpio, and then you can tell the three things, main top things, I guess, you like about Aquarius or admire, whatever you want to call it, right? So, let's get started.
All right.
Would you like to go first or me?
You can go ahead and go
Oh
first.
gosh, I hate going first. Okay.
The Aquarius does not like going first.
Oh gosh. All right. So, okay. So one thing that I thought. Okay. So everyone knows that Scorpios are kind of I feel like you're pretty good at profiling people. Like there's this you're a good judge of character. That's what I want to say. A good judge of character. It's like the Scorpios are very investigative, like secretly investigative of people in general. It seems like I think, but this Scorpio definitely is for sure, and very good judge of character. They don't do any BS like that. You gotta like know like BS basically. Don't put up with BS from people. And like literally, like we could go to somewhere and like meet a person or say hi, or even people we know or people that we don't know, and like walk away and you pretty much profiled the person. Like you like say pretty much like the type of person they are, like what they're capable of doing, like you like dig the dirt out on their personality. Usually, and the thing is about this too, is like you're a good judge of character. I've never seen you been wrong. You haven't ever been wrong about your judge of someone's character. Like we'll meet someone or just anyone or whatever, and then you'll give your rundown or profile of like a CIA profile rundown of this person that you met like 2 minutes ago, and like literally, and I'm like, okay, sure, whatever, and then like literally, however long it takes, knowing the person or whatever, but everything he says about them is usually true. So I wouldn't. I guess if the Scorpio tells you something about someone, especially if they're the type of Scorpio that's really good at profiling, they're usually never wrong about judging people's character. So I think that's cool. I think that's interesting. So that's one thing. Number two, was I gonna say secretive and mysterious? Even though it's kind of annoying sometimes being in a relationship with a Scorpio, it's actually kind of interesting when you're a little bit secretive and mysterious, because it kind of keeps you guessing sometimes. Like you're really quiet sometimes, and you tell me that you're not being secretive and mysterious, but I know that you are. Okay, but I think that's the one thing I kind of do like about Scorpio. It's like I'm always like wondering, like, okay, what's he thinking about or what's going on here? I feel like it keeps it kind of interesting. Just kind of like not always knowing exactly what's going on inside there, if you know what I mean. Yes. I also like that. So I don't know if this is a Scorpio trait, but definitely when you do this, I think it's pretty cool that when you do your random acts of kindness to people, I think that's pretty cool. It's like like randomly you'll just pay for someone's stuff at a store or whatever if they seem like they don't have enough money to pay, or like help people randomly and just like act like it's just nothing. Like I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
Yes, I do, because and I think like any kind of sign can do that kind of stuff, but the Scorpio does it a certain way, because I think you guys do it in that like it just do it, you just do it and then it's done kind of thing. You know what I mean? You don't make a big deal about it really. You're just like, these people need help, let's just help them and let's move on or something. I don't know. Yeah. So I think that's I admire that. Let's see. So that was kind of three things, but four. I'll put one more. I think it's kind of interesting. I feel like you as a Scorpio, I feel like you're not easily shocked by things. And I don't know. I think it's kind of a Scorpio's trait, but I feel like I could like literally say anything, and I will try to push your buttons too, to like just say really off the wall stuff, and you're just like, okay. And I'm like, wait, you didn't like think that was like. So that actually, I would say I like that, but it's a little bit frustrating too, because I'm trying to like get a reaction out of you sometimes, and I can't do it. I just can't get a reaction out of a Scorpio. Oh, right.
Yeah.
But I think that's interesting for sure. I might think of a couple other things throughout, but those are my 4 main things, so I'll let you go.
All right, the Scorpio viewing his Aquarius. Pretty much one of the big things I like is the independent kind of person you are. Like you don't follow the crowd by any means. It's like if someone's doing something, you might like be like, oh, that's interesting, and you might pick up a piece of it. You never go full head first on anything. You kind of just do what you want to do. You're very independent, like very free thinking, and it's a wonderful thing. It's like, and that goes into the next one, which is makes it like you are an original person, which is very interesting. Like you're always different, and everything that you're doing is like you're always changing. You evolve as a person constantly. You're not like some people you meet, like you see them, and then like some people in your high school, and you meet them like 10 years later, and they're exactly the same. You are different every week, if not every day, and it's like it keeps it interesting, and it's a positive way. Yeah, you definitely do shock me, and my shock value is like, oh, that's interesting.
That's the outward. That's what I get outward. I'm like, oh, okay.
On the inside, I'm like, wow.
Okay.
You are definitely a very friendly person. She's very optimistic, very willing to give the people the benefit of the doubt. Even though I like look at someone and hear them talk, read them as a person, I'm like, no.
Can I butt in for a second here? All right, so Scorpios are very, very good at reading people, but Aquariuses are as well. But I think the difference between Scorpios and Aquarius is that, so you read the person and say, no, this person, there's no hope for them, and then just like leave. Aquarius will read the person, and I might get a sense of who they are as a person or whatever, but then I just say, all right, put that aside, and let me just see, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, and just see how they are as a, let them prove, like, I don't even like try to prove, I just like let them be who they are, basically, and don't attach anything to that. So yes, I do give people the benefit of that. Sorry, I'm taking over the show. Here you go.
But yeah, definitely, it's pretty interesting, and when it comes to also very connected with the world, which is very nice and to see because a lot of people aren't. They're very materialistic, and you are not. And a lot of people are like into who they know, what they have, and what, and they miss the flowers. They don't even see that there's flowers you can stop and smell. Like, but you not only stop and see them and smell them, you find out it's like if they taste good too, you know. It's like you take in the full perspective of the world and not just like let people tell you what it's supposed to be. You're very creative. I didn't know how creative you were until later on. Like I saw that you were really into doing many things that I was very interested in. Like you're always finding new ways to express yourself. But then I saw like some of the things from when you're younger. You were like painting, drawing, writing, you did plays and all types of stuff. I was like, wow, that you are very expressive in your nature. It's like it's very creative, very artistic, and I wasn't expecting that. It's like it's more and more, and it continues to grow. It's like it's a part of you, not kind of like, oh, I'm different, I'm awesome, I'm going to be a painter because people like painters. No, it's like that's just a part of who you are, and I definitely like that as well.
You think that's an Aquarius trait?
Yes, definitely.
The creative.
Yes, the creative force is definitely an Aquarius trait, and very kind of like a witty person. They're very intelligent. You do not have time for unintelligent people or people that are willing to think about things on a different level, and I definitely like that and I appreciate that. It's like you will think about things on many levels and not just like at face value. It's like you're like, well, how can I look at it from a positive way? How can I look at it a negative way? How can I look at it neutrally? How can I look at the way you're looking at it? Can I look at it another way? Can I look at it like from underwater? Who knows? You know, it's like I like that. It's like it's very interesting to see all the different perspectives, and we kind of like bounce our stuff around, and we come up with like some pretty interesting topics that we talk about. It's pretty cool.
Because you, I guess, like as a Scorpio, like how you approach things. Because we're both fixed signs, so we both come at things that we're a little bit stubborn, sort of. I guess in the way, not really the way they view things. I view things in a flexible way, but you view things from a certain viewpoint as a Scorpio. You kind of just stay that way, I guess you could say. Because when they say Scorpios are kind of like extremists. And I mean, you're just extreme in like whatever your viewpoints are. But I think it's because it's a fixed sign, right?
Yeah.
And then the stubbornness part. But yeah, we can bounce the ideas off each other still.
Yeah.
Yeah. as a Scorpio and Aquarius.
That about wraps that one up. Anyone else want to add anything?
Anyone else? Who else is there?
Everybody. And a baby, as you can hear. All right, everybody.